the thing is that typically when we look at drama, we think that drama and theater are the same thing, but
Right.
they're not really. The two terms have come to be separately recognized over the last few decades, with people such as Dorothy Heathcote working in that space to develop drama as its own specific kind of learning and training. So, what is the difference, you might ask? Theater is a kind of learning which is focused on performance. Theater is about telling stories in a certain way, using certain tools and techniques and strategies to present it before you in an entertaining package, so to speak. And I think that's quite basic, because no matter how much drama theater disturbs you, and it should disturb you, good theater should. As it says, art should comfort the uncomfortable and create discomfort for those who are comfortable. So that's the purpose of good theater as well. But the presentation and the skill sets and the acting, all of that is geared towards the actual presentation of the play, and it stops there, right? It stops with that presentation. Once you've seen a play, you might go back and watch it again, for your own purposes. But as far as the actors are concerned, their engagement with you is for the duration of that performance. Now, what drama does is it takes the back end of what goes into making theater, the skill sets, the research, and there's a lot of research that goes into making good theater, the research that goes into it. And it's not just academic research, but a lot of arts-based research. For instance, if I am going to play a character that belongs to, say, the 19th century, I would need to do some basic research on that character's background, that character's current context. What kind of food are they likely to eat? What kind of clothes do they wear? What kind of expenses do they have? What kind of earnings do they have? What makes them comfortable? What makes them uncomfortable? So a great deal of research actually goes into that. This is historical research, right? Um, Now, what in a drama class we might do is we might take that aspect of it to actually help a child to engage with, say, the British colonial era, say around the time of the Sepoy Mutiny, to actually, if I'm playing a mutineer, to be able to understand what are the motivations that are, pushing me. What are the reasons that are guiding me to make the decisions I am? So I might actually create a situation where somebody is being persuaded to join a mutiny. To be able to arrive at that scene, students would actually need to do some basic research into the kind of things that I mentioned earlier. What are the conditions like? Where are these people living? What are their homes like? What are their considerations? And some of this research might happen through the history textbook or through, additional historical sources, but a lot of it is also about your imagination, about thinking that if I am in Kanpur at this point of time, this is summer, it's hot. I'm living in a house with a brick shed, and it's probably got a mud floor. And I am sitting here and I have my kids around me. I'm maybe 24 years old, which means that if I'm a male 24 years old, I probably have kids by now. Even that is like very difficult to imagine, for a child of this era. So they have to get into those conversations to actually understand that a 24-year-old in 1857 has very different considerations and very different things to think about compared to a 24-year-old in the modern era. So to even get into that space, what does this do? This actually builds empathy. It builds the ability to be actually able to look at other perspectives in a very closed way. So I, as a 13-year-old girl in the present era with all my privileges and everything, I'm able to, step into the shoes of a Dalit boy who's 24 years old, living in a completely different space, in a completely different set of circumstances, and still be able to represent their story with a degree of truth. The difference is that in a drama based exercise, the focus is on gaining that experience and making decisions based on those experiences, not on performing the role. Because performing the role requires a different kind of truth and a different kind of skill set, which we are not looking to build. What we are looking to build is, if you may look at it as that, internal space. We're looking at expanding their internal horizons, their ability to imagine, to be empathic, to be able to weigh their options when they're making decisions. And we hope, and we do find that it does work, actually, research shows that it does, that the more this kind of experience is introduced to students, in their actual everyday decision making, they are able to think of the other in more empathic ways. Look at the world we live in right now. We're so deeply divided. We're constantly looking at people to hate. To begin with, drama teaches us that it's pointless to hate. Let's understand. Let's instead try and understand what the other people are going through. Let's take a considered opinion together. So I would say that in many ways, like to quote Maya, who's very fond of saying this, drama makes you more human. Yeah, and I would also say that drama builds community. So that's what drama based education does.